Pinpoint asteroids in orbit, then hurl y'all thousands of miles an hour towards it.
And we have the Stingray in the house on Google Meets. What's up, Stingray?
Yeah, not too bad, how's I? I've actually just put together a little demo for a discussion that I had with SE Montreal.
Oh dear.
And because I asked the stupid question, because I've never heard it before. Obviously, I've not heard it. Because he's come up with a twin boat paradox.
Yes. Yes.
Well, first of all, I'm not quite sure he understands what paradox means.
Before you go too far, I wanna mention three points. I remember two at the top of my head, and SE Montreal grabbed. I know I bring in when I was starting my show. I mentioned a few points, and he adopted a few. Like I did an example. I want to hear if that is like if I'm in a boat over here and I see a boat going away and I see it from the bottom up, and then the other person in the other boat, if they, I want to hear your explanation. But I gave a big example one day. We do it a thought experiment, and I know he was like, "Jose, that's brilliant. That's beautiful." And I know he's being parodied in that. Maybe that's what he mentioned. He evolved. I know there's a few other points, but I want to hear this. Go ahead, man. Take your time, and you're presenting full screen for everybody.
I think that's exactly it, though, Jose. Exactly what he's on about. So, first of all, you'll hear him say the word bulge or hill, and that's wrong for the surface of the Earth. There is no hill. There is no hump. If you were to describe a hill or a hump, there would be two characteristics to a hump. One is there is elevation at one part, and then that decreases at another part. That's a hill or a hump. If actually there's only one of those, it's not a hump. But I'm using my 1 degree over 69 mile surface here, and we've got two boats on the surface. And they're these huge tankers, these two here. If we look at the top left view, in fact, I'll make this a little bit bigger. So there we go. This top view here. And the observers actually stood on this nice little platform here at the side. So we can see here, this is the observer. Now, I'm going to have to zoom the camera in. The animation actually zooms the camera in. All that's going to happen is these two boats are going to go away from each other at approximately the same speed, although speed is pretty much irrelevant here. And all they're going to do is stick to this lovely, apparently flat surface. Now, if I just play this, or if I just drag the timeline, we see that the ships start moving away from each other. There we go. Now we can see in the top left, I've had to zoom in to see the ship now, to make it bigger. And I finish zooming about here as it still carries on and goes away. Now, the interesting thing here is it is now perfectly on the horizon. When I say the horizon, I mean, there's been no hiding of the object. It kind of sits in line with where the water ends. But from that moment on, these two boats are still moving opposite each other. It then starts to go down and go down. And I even zoom in a little bit here, and we see the last little bit of the mast going down. And the boat is actually, we can still see the outline of the boat. That's where it is. It just happens to be on the ocean's surface. And if we look at where the boat is, it's still on the surface. But now these vessels cannot see each other from the deck because it's going over this huge, gradual curvature. There is no paradox there. There is no conflict. It is just the surface of the Earth, and that's it. And this matches reality. This is what we see.
Yep. Nice.
Pinpoint asteroids in orbit, then hurl y'all thousands of miles an hour towards it.